Alright, I'm ready to pursue this date with Isabelle and Malik and see how it goes on Isabelle's side. Let me just see if I'm recording. Yep, we're recording. We're good. We're good with the T at the end. Alright, Malik. He's 26, 2 kids. He's not a very good father, but we don't have to talk about that because, yeah. Drugs, not safe for work. Ooh. Alright. You aren't sure where you're going as you leave your house. You're not really in the mood to deal with the bus, so you aimlessly walk into the bougier part of your neighborhood. I don't know what the fuck that word is. If that's bougier, that's not how I spell it, but that's okay. I'd probably be spelling it wrong. You don't have to be in the theater until late this afternoon for dress rehearsal. You love the theater life, but goddamn, you are just not in the mood to deal with people like yourself. Like you used to be. People who refuse to grow out of their theater phase of high school. You, Isabelle Morgan, are 27 years old, and the rumble in your tummy suddenly reminds you of Abuelita's abandoned breakfast at home. You should probably get something to eat before you walk to the theater. Or maybe you'll see a friend on the way. Your mind is cluttered, you're unsure where to focus your attention. For once in your life, you feel yourself being unsure of, well, yourself. Unsure of what you're doing, unsure of where your life is heading. You don't even realize you're standing in the middle of the sidewalk, spaced out as you run through whatever thoughts are in your head. You snap back to reality when you hear the clearing of a throat behind you and begin to walk towards somewhere. You're not sure where that somewhere is, though. Do you need a drink? Some food? Both? Can you get both at 11 a.m.? In a city as big as this? Probably. The city might be asleep, but it's too early for an afternoon siesta. It's noon by the time you finally figure out where you want to spend your afternoon and grab that drink you desperately need. Or maybe the food will be enough to put you back in your usual chipper mood. You enter the Popeyes Bar Fusion not too far from the park you were seated at, making sure to close the door quietly behind you so you won't draw too much attention. You don't want your bad mood to become even worse. We're hangry, y'all. Hey, I feel that. I get hangry too. Taking a step forward, you stand in the intersection of Popeyes and the bar, contemplating which direction you would rather take. Let's just go to Popeyes. You decide you need food and you more than you need a drink. The growl of your stomach is nearly loud. Why can't we get food and a drink at Popeyes? I'm confused. Anyways, you decide you need food in you more than you need a drink. The growl of your stomach is nearly loud enough for people in passing to hear, and that's embarrassing. I don't think that's embarrassing, but whatever. You haven't felt this hungry in a while. Maybe your bad mood is pushing you to eat for comfort. Either way, you enter the Popeyes. You take a quick glance at the menu before eyeing the tall man standing behind one of the registers. Wow, this man? He's so fucking hot. You find yourself staring longer than you should. Thankfully, he's busy with another customer and isn't paying too much attention to you. Your previously sour mood has dispersed into thin air. Imagine that. As you approach his register, you can feel the repressed theater nerd in you rising up full force. So I'm thinking I want to drown down some dry biscuits with a shot of tequila. Nice to know you don't drink much. Yeah, not much of a drinker. I dabble more in the cool drug scene, nothing crazy, just the shit growing from the earth. So what can I get for you? It's Tuesday, we've got a special. 2 wings, fries, and a biscuit for $3. And that don't come with like a small soda? That's crazy. $3? Damn, that's a steal. At the theater camp, they give the counselors a discount, but I'm really over those dry-ass sandwiches. I bet they got y'all with the dry-ass turkey and ham sandwiches with expired mayo and mustard. You make a face of disgust. At least you're not alone with this shitty camp food experience. I knew the mustard was expired. Mustard is supposed to be spicy. Dijon mustard is spicy. Really? I can't really handle spicy food. My abuela makes fun of me for it all the time. Abuela? Eres Latina? Oh, I don't speak much Spanish. I mean, I do, but my Spanish is pretty ugly, so I try not to speak it too much. Every time I do, people always have something to say. You've always been embarrassed by the fact that you can't speak it that well, mostly because you are the only one in your family who doesn't. But, to be fair, it's not your fault that your parents didn't teach you how to speak it until you were 18. They even made you take French classes until you were in college. If there's any judgment here, I hardly speak English. That's reassuring. At least he's not judging you like most people do. You assume he's not a Spanish speaker. Even they judge you for not knowing how to speak Spanish, your native tongue, which doesn't really make sense to you. They can't speak it either, so really, they have no room to judge. He points to his name tag, and you notice he's the only person wearing one. Maybe he's important around here. Name's Malik, the manager of this 3-star establishment. One of his coworkers snorts, walking towards the back in an attempt to hide it. Malik doesn't pay it any attention. Instead, he leans forward, resting his elbow on the table and propping his chin up on his hand. You find yourself laughing as well. To your surprise, it's your normal laugh, the laugh you've been told fills up a room and causes other people to tune in. Or, at least gets a couple of frowns to turn upside down. Isabelle, but everyone calls me Isa. But I'm the greatest singer on the East Coast. The high note shifts your glasses ever so slightly, and you push them back up on the bridge of your nose. You didn't mean to tilt your head back that far. Singing? So like you do musicals and shit? Your face lights up like a tree in a Christmas card. It's rare for random strangers to ask about your musical talents. People typically laugh or, in worst case, give you an eye roll. You don't care for either of those reactions. Honestly, the only person you can ruin your self-esteem is yourself. And sometimes your abuela if she really pushes your buttons. Yeah, musicals. I do musicals. I run theater camps and perform on the weekends at the theater nearby. Bellicalisis? The one with the giant bird statue in front? Yeah, that one. I can't believe you know the name. Most people just call it the Bird Place. Oh yeah, I performed there a couple of times. You're a performer too? Oh, what kind of things do you perform? I rap in my spare time. Well, I guess main time. My career is really taken off. Oh shit, you're famous? I have to listen to your stuff one day. I'm not super into rap. I'm more of a show tunes person, but I'm always willing to try new things. Oh shit, yeah. So I don't have a copy on me today, but if you give me your number, I can send you a link to my BoundCloud so you take a listen. Oh fuck yes, here. You reach into your bag a bit too fast. The hot guy asking for your number? You're not about to pass up this opportunity. Hell, you're not about to block your own blessings. You unlock your phone and hand it over to him. Save your number and text yourself so you can have mine. Yeah, well, hey, order whatever you want. It's on me, I guess. You can get a manager's discount. Anything for a future fan. Really? Anything for a pretty lady like you? Boy, she ain't your type. You even said it before. You scan the menu before deciding on getting one of their new sandwiches. It doesn't look terrible. It's something light for the road, at least. You've got a bit of an internal battle going on as you try to decide whether or not to text him first. Are you being too eager? Is it just your anxiety speaking? Are you having a panic attack? Hey, it's Malik from Popeyes. This is Isa, right? Or was I just catfished IRL? Catfished IRL, that don't make no damn sense. LOL. Okay, maybe you're overthinking this. It takes you a bit to actually reply, more specifically about 20 tries before you finally force yourself to press send. Oh no, it's me, Isa. Sorry, I was in the shower. You can lie over text. That's what most people do, right? Oh, don't bother with the without me shit. I'm not with it. Why did... Anyways, send that link. Okay, music. You listen to music all the time, so why are you so nervous to listen to this? It isn't like this is a voicemail from an ex you've been dying to get away from. It's SoundCloud music, which usually goes hard, but then again, you did meet this guy at Popeyes. It actually isn't as bad as it isn't as bad as you thought it would be. It's actually pretty good for your standards at least, and you've been told you have pretty high standards when it comes to music. You decide to pick some of your favorite lyrics, writing it into your journal so you don't forget. Aww. I eat the coochie up, it's a coochie feast. This shit again. The coochie follow me, I'm the coochie king. Got the coochie in my heart, I'm the coochie bean. R.I.P. to you brothers, but I'm different. So you're a rapper now. Those are your lyrics. I would never say that, and I would never say the N-word even in music. Even when we were doing hip-hop rap, I never said it. You know I would let you say it around me. I would never. You do your fair share of policing when it comes to reclaiming slurs. Theater life is rough. It was just a test. Anyways, I would love to hear you rap in person. Maybe we can do a little collab or something. Little oops, caught myself in a rap mode. Oh, you be recording? That's crazy. Yeah, I record in my studio with some of my friends. I can get us a spot whenever. Just say the word. Nothing but covers of musical songs, and pretty damn good covers too. Shit, I didn't know you were on it like that. Hey, maybe we should hang out a little bit more before we head to the studio. How about I take you somewhere nice? Like Pink Lobster, then we can walk around for a little bit and you can tell me about your theater life. Fuck yes! I'm free, I think, on Thursday. How about I meet you at the Pink Lobster at 8? Sure, why not? See you then. A date. You haven't been on a date in years, probably, and with a guy you met less than 24 hours ago, maybe today wasn't as bad of a day as you thought it would be. You're late, and on purpose too. You're unsure why you decided you wanted to be late. Maybe it was fear of being early and being left alone to your own devices. You'd hate to look like a loser, alone at the Pink Lobster. You may just have to go see a therapist. Your anxiety has been getting worse and worse as of late. Or maybe it's always been this loud and you've just been tuning it out all this time. Pink Lobster. The last time you were here, it was with your theater friends after a show. It was a bit out of your typical price range, but it was a special night. Your show had sold out and no one fucked up during stage production and cues. It was a good time. You exit your Uber a few paces down the street from the restaurant. It gives you some time to breathe, some time to decide if this is really what you want or if you want to get on the nearest bus and go home. Ultimately, you decide it's better and walk up the steps. As you get closer, you see a familiar face. Checking his breath? Shit, at least he's aware. Need a minute? You know we're about to eat some cheddar biscuits, right? You hug him as a greeting. People do that on a first date, right? It's nice and comforting. And you are always the one to give a good hug, no matter who the person is. He doesn't seem to take it badly, though. He even hugs you back. Now there's a sense of comfort you haven't felt in a long time. Nah, we good. We? No, I just meant like we as in me, I'm good. You may hang around teenagers and preteens for your camp, but there's still some slang you haven't picked up on yet. Never been here before? No, I really don't eat much American seafood. My dad didn't really let us when we were younger, and I never grew out of it. Oh shit, okay, so I can help you. My friends and I come here all the time after shows. Despite only being here a few times, you've memorized the menu pretty well. It's a talent of yours. You don't even go out to eat that often, but menus have always fascinated you. It's kind of embarrassing though, hence why you take a bit to pretend to look over the menu. So, how about the ultimate grab fest? We can share. It comes with like 4 sides and we can just eat off each other's plates. Oh yeah, sounds cool. Maybe you're being too eager. Maybe he's just as confused as you once were when you lost your Pink Lobster virginity. You call over the waiter rather loudly, almost forgetting that you aren't in theater. Then again, it is as dark as the places that you typically perform in, with the only light coming from the right above your table. God, it's so dark in here. It's almost like they don't want you to see what they're feeding you. What's up with restaurants being so dark? They could put rat in your food and you wouldn't even notice. Enjoying some good pasta and then it's like, oh shit, it's a rat. That would be great ad-lib for one of your songs. Maybe not the rat part, but like, oh shit, could work wonders. How do you choose your beats anyways? Actually, when did you start rapping? You pause, squinting at him from behind your glasses. You just made a joke and he isn't laughing. How rude. But with further inspection, you realize he isn't paying attention. Maybe he's spaced out. You wave your hand in front of his face. Hello, Eartha Malik. Oh shit, sorry, I was lost in your eyes. You're so beautiful, queen. You nearly blurt out gross, but you have a lot more self-control than usual. Maybe it's because he's a stranger and you don't really want to fuck up so early in your friendship. I was asking about your rap life. When did you start, doing it? It was back in high school. Me and my friends would just cut class and go to this guy's house down the street. He was some retired DJ, but he always played beats loud enough to hear from the classrooms. Dope guy. He smoked us out sometimes. We would stay there for hours, freestyling and shit. You cut class too? God, I hated high school. You didn't hate high school. You loved it, actually. Wait, did you peak in high school? Is that why your life is so whack now? Ain't we all? Why'd you skip school? Well, I don't know if you would count it as skipping school. We were still technically in school, just not in class. So you were a fake rebel then. No, no, I was bad as hell. We were just in the theater room all the time, practicing for plays outside of school, watching musicals, theater stuff. I don't know if we're being real. Tell me about the theater life. So theater life is just, it's just so awesome. Yeah, so theater life was just, it was so awesome. God, okay, never mind. I loved high school actually. I got to do what I loved and didn't have to worry about paying bills. I was a choir director for the musicals, but I starred in a lot of them. Typically had the main role, but sometimes I gave it to someone else. There aren't that many humble people in theater. Everyone is like me, 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 and they don't really realize that for theater to work, people have to like collaborate. Unlike rap, it's kind of just like a solo thing, right? I mean, it can be. I've done some collabs with my friends, and that was cool or whatever, but sometimes it's a relationship between the producer and a rapper. I make my own beats nowadays. I tried to make music once. It didn't go so well. Yeah, I get it. I do more behind the scenes shit. I write on my raps, no influence from anyone. Well, I guess the women I interact with are my muse. Oh, so does that mean I'll be in one of your songs? We'll see. I was serious about that collab. I would love for you to be in one of my shows. I don't do free gigs. There better be moolah attached. I mean, maybe, or I could pay you in something better. Sex already? Are you really that desperate for affection? Or some touch that isn't platonic? Platonic sex isn't a thing, right? You can't bed me that easily. Huh? Oh, girls, no, I meant free tickets to our shows. I could give you a summer pass. You laugh. You haven't had a laugh that good in a long time. Shit, that sounds even better than some pussy. I mean, what the fuck? This man is already making you blush? Are you that easy? Or has it really been that long since you've paid any attention? Since anyone's paid any attention to you? You hate how vulnerable he makes you, but, maybe vulnerability isn't a bad thing. He allows himself to be vulnerable around you as well, which is a bit of a surprise considering the two of you just met not too long ago. Maybe he's in the same boat as you and just wants some attention too. You doubt it though. This man is hot as hell. Even if he does work at Popeyes, he's getting some action. It doesn't stop you from resting your hand on top of his own. Your nails slightly digging into the back of his fingers. They're nice, manicured. Thank God for a man who cares about his hygiene. Thankfully, the food arrives and you pull your hand away to make some room for the plates. Here, let me do the honors. You forgot to wash your hands before sitting, and whoops, thank God for little towelettes they offer. After you clean the day's dirt from your hands, you grab a crab leg, flexing your muscles as you crack it open without using the tool provided, offering him the meat inside the leg. Here, you can just eat the meat inside, not the shell. Well, I'm sure people can eat the shell, but I wouldn't. Oh, you can like dunk it in the butter and sauces like hot sauce. It isn't really the place for good crab. I have to take you to a real seafood spot. He leans over and takes a bite. Classy. Maybe he's into you, or maybe he just has poor table manners, which isn't very classy. Not bad. I remember the first time I had crab. It was like after some performance in middle school, one of the rich moms wanted to take us somewhere fancy, so we went to some fancy seafood restaurant. The food sucked. It was super unseasoned and dry, but the crab was good. I had a bunch of crab legs that night. God, theater life really is about just going to as many restaurants as you can before you can get sick. Because it's tradition. After a show, you go to whatever restaurant the gang is feeling, and usually it's Benny's. God, I hate Benny's. I've been there so much. They practically know my order now. That is true. I used to be in drama club in high school, and a few of our places that we would go to, well, the main one, it was Denny's, aka Benny's. But yeah. Anyways, we pause for a moment reflecting on your theater experience. It really is about doing something over and over again to get pretty much the same results, no matter the production, no matter the cast, it's always the same thing. You've been doing this for well over 20 years now. How are you not tired of it? Why did you throw your dreams of being on Broadway away to be some theater teacher? Is there more to yourself than you couldn't achieve because you thought you weren't good enough? Is your boring and unsatisfying life your fault? Theater is just hard and people don't understand. Like, I've been working on script for the longest time and I hardly have time to work on it these days because I'm directing and teaching young kids how to act. Like, I love my job I do, but I wish I could maybe not do my job. Just do my own thing and have the money to support myself. I get that, or did get that. This music shit is picking up soon. I'll be making Travis Scott money because of Big Bach. But the journey to get there took many minutes. Being a creative is hard. It's hard and no one understands. Maybe it is your fault, but you can't have an anxiety attack over it right now. You're in the middle of Pink Lobster. Your leg is shaking under the table as you attempt to calm your thoughts. Before you know it, there is a hand on your cheek and you find yourself leaning into it more than you would like. You hope you clean them beforehand. You have very sensitive skin. How about we get out of here? Okay. You weren't expecting him to have a car. Does Popeyes pay? We are so judgmental and rude as fuck. Sorry. Anyways. Does Popeyes pay enough for him to afford a car? Maybe he's making money off his BoundCloud music. Or maybe he has another job on the side. Girl, he said he made... Big Bach is taken off. Hey, if he has money, you're not complaining. You asked him to take you home, not wanting to run the night with your anxiety, which is probably evident with how hard you were shaking your leg on the car ride home. Once you to approach your apartment building, though, it seems to disappear, or at least manifest into something else. Regret? No, that's not it. Sadness? Are you sad? If you were really sad, you would have been blasting the soundtrack to Chicago by now. For once, you can't figure out what you're feeling, but you know one thing for sure. Overlaying the night sky, the glow from the slightly open window shines down on the streets below. It's nearing the end of spring, the air cool and light. Your siblings and cousins are probably in the living room arguing over video games, but the sound of 70s salsa music drowns them out. You hear the distant sound of your grandmother singing along loudly, probably in the kitchen, folding laundry or looking through her tarot cards. You realize you zoned out for the majority of the car ride. You snap back to reality, glancing over at him and realizing the sound of salsa music and your grandmother singing can't be heard anymore. Could he hear it, or was it just a sound so familiar that it became associated with your home? The sounds of old school hip hop fills the silence next to you. Malik is quietly rapping along. It's nice. It soothes your nerves in a way that you never thought possible. How have you become so comfortable around him in so little time? So, here we are. Yeah, here we are. Do you live alone? Oh. Do you live alone? What was that? There's no backing out now. You decide it's time to allow yourself to feel something. It's about time you had some fun on your own accord. You're finally going to get laid. You want to fuck on the first night? I thought that was against theater code. Fuck? No, I mean maybe. Backtracking, how sexy of you. Oh yeah, that ain't a problem. I'm sure I got a spare toothbrush for you to borrow and you can take my bed. God, thank you. He already drove you home. The least you can do is smoke him out. Reaching into your purse, you pull out a sandwich baggie full of pre-rolled joints. You're a master at rolling. It's your title at work. Want to smoke? Where have you been all my life? Oop. You light up. Your anxiety can wait. You got some sex to be had and a joint to smoke. Ooh. Shit. You lose track of time as he pulls you up to his apartment, leaning back with your eyes closed as you hold the lit joint out the window. He parks and you glance up to see where he's taking you. Not too far from where you live, thankfully, just in case shit hits the fan and you need to Uber home. Looks like a $7 Uber, not that bad. You don't even notice him on your side of the door until he opens it, bending down to let you climb on his back. He's either romantic or he really wants to get laid. Your rider waits. You don't have to do all that. I can walk. You're my queen of the evening. It's my duty to serve you. Cheesy and cute, you find yourself resting your glasses on your forehead so you won't have to poke him with them as he adjusts his grip and makes sure to hold that joint nice and tight. His apartment is clean, thank God. What is all this, girl? You've had your fair share of dirty apartments and your room isn't exactly spotless, but he doesn't have to know that. You're at his place right now. Maybe if this escalates more, you can find it in yourself to clean your room. So, welcome to Casa de... You pull him into a kiss. The joint is put out on the ashtray in the living room before you poke around for anything suspicious looking. You seem to be in the clear, and with that taken care of, you decide to finally stop overthinking and let your movements speak for you. And before you know, it's 2 a.m. and your hair is spread above your head like a halo. Goddamn, are you in heaven? A heaven with men getting you joints and water? Maybe this is too good to be true. Men can never be that good to you. I thought you weren't trying to fuck. I said maybe, not yes or no. It was a maybe. You feel his arm around your shoulder. He's a little sweaty and kind of gross, but you allow it. Cuddling and smoking is always fun. This was nice, thank you. No need to thank me. You're the one who planned this. Yeah, I guess I should give myself all the credit. There is a state of bliss and peace you hardly feel. You realize your life is rather chaotic and you don't give yourself enough time to relax. You take your last hit, handing the joint back to him and yawning. At ease, you close your eyes. For once, you feel at peace. Someone's enjoying themselves? Huh? Oh yeah, I don't really get much peace at home. I still live with my family. 2 sisters, a brother, my abuela, and my parents. Sometimes my tío lives with us, but he's with his girlfriend right now. That usually doesn't last very long. So you have a big family too? Yeah, I love them, but I just need space to myself. I feel that. After I dropped out of college, it's just family. My mom was never proud of me, or at least she never showed it. I got 2 sisters and a brother that she loves way more than me, it feels like. But I still want to buy her a house and a car, hopefully get her financially stable enough to leave my dad. Yeah, same. I want to get my family houses so they don't have to live with us when shit doesn't work out. Yeah, shit doesn't work out all the time, it feels. You both are quiet for a while, allowing him to finish off the joint. There's a crash somewhere. You're not sure where. At first you think it's outside, but Malik isn't reacting to it. Maybe it's in your head because you feel yourself tense up. Your eyes snap open as you stare up at the ceiling. You can't do this. I know this was nice and I know this was nice and it is nice, really nice. And I enjoy spending time with you, but he cut you off, and for once, you aren't angry about it. It's much needed, and it helps you gather your thoughts. With the several anxiety attacks you nearly had this evening, you realize that you just can't. You literally can't do this. You can't fall for this man. You can't pursue any kind of relationship with him, or continue to sleep with him, no matter how mind-blowing the sex was. Was it really mind-blowing, or was it just something you needed? Something to take the edge off, that no drink or joint could ever do? You have issues of your own to figure out. You have issues with your life, how you feel trapped in a never-ending dream. You have your own problems to sort out, like how you feel like a slave to your family. You're 27 years old, and you can't even move out because of how much they rely on you. You feel like your life isn't your own. You feel like someone is controlling your every move. And whenever you start to think too hard about it, you panic. Anxiety fills your veins, replacing the blood that keeps you alive. We just sabotaged. Look, I like you, but I'm really not in a condition to pursue anything serious with you. It wouldn't be fair to do that to you if I can't commit to you 100%. I'm not mentally fit enough to worry about dating right now. You can't get hurt if you're the one rejecting him, right? Yeah, I get it. We can just be friends though, right? I still want to see you perform. Friends, you can be friends. You can do friends. Friends are what make the world go around. Friendship is the only constant in your life that you feel like you can control, or at least they keep you sane. Of course, yeah, friends, I can do that. I still want to take you to some more seafood places. Hell, maybe I can introduce you to my own group of friends. That doesn't seem too exciting to him. Despite your tone, he yawns, but then you realize it's around 3 a.m. Oh God, his hand is in your hair and you feel yourself melting against him. Your voice muffles as you bury your face in his chest. Falling asleep on me already? I've been up since like 7. Cut me some slack, queen. He falls asleep before you do, and you don't sleep much that night. But for once, that doesn't bother you. At least you know you need some therapy. Fuck. Alright, so we're gonna see what ones we can get with him. What other little achievements? Oh. Look at us meeting new people. Yes. But, Malik, what does that mean? I just want to see what endings y'all can have. So we ended up. Okay. I'm gonna assume that was a good ending. Okay, let's do bad ending. Day drinking, bad ending 2. Blocking your own blessings. Who are these people? Alright. We gotta redo that again to see what the other endings are. we've heard of Anuki, but we've never went on a date with Anuki, so that's exciting. Excuse me, I burped it, and I hiccuped. Excuse me. Yeah, so it was pretty much the same thing as Malik's, but just in Isabelle's um, self-drag, and then we're ending to Garda. Okay. Yeah, it was just her perspective on how things went, which was nice, I guess. Okay, so I will catch you guys on our date with Isabelle and Anuki. That's how I'm gonna pronounce her name. Next.